Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I paint these lovely red geraniums in a terracotta plant pot. Always fun to paint. I hope you enjoy the video. Give me a thumbs up if you do, and thanks for watching. I have my usual palette of alizarin crimson, sap green, ultramarine blue, cadmium yellow light, raw sienna, raw umber and titanium white. I'm going to start by doing a rough sketch of where I want everything to go, my pot and my geranium flowers. I'm using raw sienna for the pot, but it could be anything that I have on my palette. It really doesn't matter. I'm just using a small round and raw sienna right now. I'm using alizarin crimson to roughly dab in my geraniums, just sort of making petal shapes, but not being too careful about it. I'm going to use some raw sienna to strengthen my stems. I like to work on the entire painting overall. I don't overdevelop one area at a time. I just sort of work here and there as I go. These are for the little buds that hang down underneath the flower as it grows, and then they all open and form a wall of florets. I see the leaves as almost heart-shaped, maybe not so pointy, more rounded, but they have that sort of heart-shaped quality to them, in my opinion. I think this pot is too big. I'm going to make it a smaller pot. I'm using water mixable oil, so I'm just using a paper towel, damp paper towel, to clean this off. It's okay to do that. There's an emulsifier in the water mixable oils that I use. I use Winsor & Newton Artisan, and they're very easy to clean up. Clean my paintbrushes, wipe the board clean, whatever it is I want to do. So I've got things roughly sketched in. I'm going to start working on my pot. I'm using a flat brush and raw sienna mixed with a tiny bit of alizarin crimson to give me that pinkish terracotta look. I'm adding raw umber to the dark shaded area, the shadowy side of the pot. going to imagine that it's sitting on a flagstone with some grass surrounding it. I think that will look good. I'm sort of scumbling on some green because this pot is very old and it's got that growth of mossy whatever over it, and yeah, it's just an old pot that's been around a long time. You could have a new pot if you prefer. Don't forget that the pot throws a shadow, so we're going to put that in. Shadows will what give the pot dimension and make it look a little more lifelike. The leaves cast a shadow as well, don't forget those. I'm starting on my florets and mixing alizarin and titanium and a tiny bit of cad yellow to give me that nice orangey shade for my petals. My florets have 4 petals, and I think most of them do. They might be different. I haven't looked at geraniums in a while. I should do that. I'm just dabbing on petal shapes in a sort of mid-tone. I'll put my highlights and even some more darks in as I go along. Hi, Pookie. What you doing, babe? I'm putting on straight alizarin crimson to give me some darker petals on the shadowy side of the flowers. I'm going to put this flagstone in that I imagine the pot is sitting on, strengthening it. going to add a few extra leaves. I'm dabbing on some white, titanium white, to give a suggestion of, I don't know what it is, salt or calcium that comes out of the terracotta after a few years. I'm not sure what the compound is, but it leaves this crusty white look on the pot. going to use the Q-tip to dab in the centers of the flowers. I'm just mixing up some green mixed with sap green mixed with cad yellow, and just dotting them on here and there. They don't have to be all over the place, just the odd one or two on each flower head. I'm using a fan brush, and I'm going to put in some grasses around that flagstone. I'm deepening the shadow with some raw umber. I love raw umber. It's a nice dark neutral, and it helps a lot when you're putting in shadows, or just wanting some dark space on a painting to show up a lighter area. So that's about it, how you paint geraniums in a pot. I always enjoy painting this particular flower. It's easy to do. You give it a shot and you'll see I'm right. And I hope